Hey everyone, I'm Olivia from Soarin' Around WDW. As our Disneyland trip comes to an end, we're taking you along for our final day, traveling home and one last stop at downtown Disney. If you've enjoyed following along, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on our next adventure. Everybody, it is checkout day, so Maddie already left for the airport this morning. I am here waiting for my flight, and unfortunately, when I logged into the app this morning, well, actually, before I even logged into the app this morning, I got a text from JetBlue saying my flight was delayed. So I logged in to see how bad, and it's about 40 minutes delayed, but the problem is my layover was already only an hour and a half, so that puts me basically from landing time to doors closed, not takeoff time, but the doors closed, 27 minutes in Boston. I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna cross my fingers, wish me luck. The bad thing about JetBlue is that they charge you to call their customer service. And we previously were JetBlue credit card members. We just didn't end up flying them enough. They took away the RDU to MCO direct route. There actually aren't really many direct Florida routes that we would use, like Tampa, Sarasota, MCO. So we decided, we're not using this card, let's cancel it. So we did, but before we canceled it, I booked this trip back, the second half of my trip, using points. On the way here, I flew Frontier for very cheap. On the way back, I am using points on JetBlue. And because there's no direct LA to RDU flight, I have to fly through Boston, which is fine, but now that layover is extremely tight. So I went on the chat, they were like, log on your app, see what suggestions it gives you. It said 0 options available. So I was like, okay, I thought maybe I could leave earlier. The weather here in LA today is not great, it's raining. And so, yeah, I don't know if that's the delay or if there's something else going on. But basically, if I don't make that connection, I'm gonna be stuck in Boston, because from what I could tell, there were no other JetBlue to RDU, Boston RDU flights. So I don't know. We're just gonna really hope that it works out and that I get onto my flight okay. But I'm a little bit stressed about it. Number one, because I'm by myself. I travel by myself a lot, so that's not a super thing. But I'm literally on the other side of the country. I'm already gonna be tired. It's gonna be an overnight flight. So I don't know, I'm just really hoping that it all works. But anyways, I am going to fold some laundry, because as y'all saw this morning, a great perk about the Candlewood Suites in Anaheim is they have complimentary laundry service. So you can take it downstairs. It's self-service, so they're not taking it for you, but you can take it downstairs, wash and dry for free. You don't need anything except for your room key. And it's a great service, because then you can just do that. Today on our travel day, we don't have to check out till later. Wanted to get some stuff washed to rewear on the plane. And yeah, it was a nice perk. And then during the week, threw some stuff in, very easy, free. So all you need to do is bring your own soap and fabric softener or whatever else you use. We use Downy Fresh scented beads. But yeah, it was super easy and free. So that's the great part about it. And so I'm gonna fold some laundry and we can chat about my trip. And then we will pack my bag and make sure that everything fits. I did send a few things back with Maddie. I really shoved his bag tight, because we got a couple of merch things that I will show you guys before we pack up. And I am still going downtown Disney, so I just want to see how much space do I have? Can I bring anything else back? Does it have to be small? I still need to get something for each of the girls. So let's see what I can fit in there and fit in my airplane backpack and go from there. So overall, this trip was awesome. I mean, we never get to do stuff like this where it's just Maddie and I without the kids. And I love going to Disney with our kids. I think having kids and getting to bring them to Disney is one of the most magical things. But I am a Disney adult and I enjoy going to the parks without my kids. too. So getting to do this on this coast so far away from home was awesome. We haven't had a parent-free trip since Blake was like a year, just about to turn a year old. And it was really for like work and a friend's baby shower. It wasn't just like a vacation. So this was the first true, like, yes, Maddie was here for a conference, but we really had like a full day yesterday of whatever we wanted to do. And it ended up working out really well. So we didn't get to film like quite as much as I wanted because it was chaotic a little bit in the parks. But we did get to do 2 full days, 1 day at DCA, 1 day at Disneyland. So check out those vlogs as well, because those will come up before this one. And then we also got to try some new restaurants. So I am gonna be doing like a what we ate at Disney vlog too, but that turned out really good. Maddie was like, this is the best food we've had at Disney in years. So it was really nice to get to have that time alone together, some adult dinner and conversations. The food we had at both sit-down restaurants was great. We ate at Lamplight Lounge one night and then at Cafe Orleans the other night, and it was great. We really had no complaints about the food at all. It was very busy in the parks, so if you could choose going on President's Day weekend or Valentine's weekend, it's gonna be busy, so just know that. And I'll kind of talk through in my park vlog videos what to do to maximize your day. But yesterday, we really had a great day. We got on everything we wanted to get on. We ended up leaving a little bit early because it was cold. And so that is the one thing, is like, we're from Florida, and so we're not used to like cold weather. We do live in North Carolina now, but cold, like 50s, and it's not sunny, gets to us a little bit. We're probably a little bit more tolerant of it than like the rest of my family that still lives in Florida. But yeah, that did get to us just a little bit. So yeah, overall, really great trip. I'll do a room tour before I leave. When I got here, Maddie was already here, obviously. And so I couldn't film the room because he hadn't made it messy, but it was used. So I have cleaned it up a little bit now so that I can show you guys kind of what the room looks like here. But overall, I really did like the Candlewood Anaheim Suites. It is walking distance. It's a little less than a mile. It's actually a pretty similar walk to the walk from the Hilton where we stayed before. It might even be technically a little bit closer mileage-wise. And the good thing we discovered last night is you can take the Toy Story parking bus back and just walk to your hotel. Or I know people that walk there, take the bus and come over. We didn't do all that. You could, and that way they actually have security over there. So when you get on the bus, before you get in the bus, you go through security, get on the bus, then you get dropped off on the other side of security over at the parks. But it was kind of like out of the way. I don't know. It seems like it would take more time than walking. And when we get there in the morning, we want to be there early, right? That's why we rope drop. But on the way back, it's like, okay, our legs were tired. I probably should have done that the night of the Every Ride Challenge because I walked back by myself and it was very dark, 1 o'clock in the morning. Maybe not the best decision that I made. And I got like 3/4 of the way here and I was like, I don't love this. Maddie's already asleep. And you know, anyway, so I probably shouldn't have done that. And I probably should have just Ubered, but the line for Uber was crazy, or taken the Toy Story bus back. So that's lessons learned. I do think if we were here with the kids, we'd have to see like the different room sizes here, but for just the 2 of us, this like king suite room was great. There is a full fridge, there's a microwave, there's a stovetop, so you could like make breakfast or like even just heating up leftovers. Like that is super convenient. So there's a lot of good things about staying here for sure. It was safe, it was clean, the free laundry, there is a pool, we didn't utilize the pool, there is a gym, we didn't utilize the gym, but we did see people in there. So yeah, I think overall they've been very accommodating. They did give me a little bit of a later checkout today at 12:30 instead of 11, just because I was like, I have a super late flight, is there anything you could do? And they helped, and they're also gonna hold my suitcase for me while I go over to the downtown Disney area. So yeah, overall, I really did like this hotel. I think there are a couple of other hotels that now that we know the area really well, we would kind of give like a thumbs up or thumbs down depending on the, you know, price and different things like that. But this was a good way for us to kind of check out the area more for the next time that we do come back. I'm sure we'll be with the kids and hopefully my dad. So yeah, we're hoping to get back here in a couple of years. It probably will truly this time be a couple of years. We don't anticipate coming back anytime the rest of this year or next. We have a lot of fun things coming up. If you have listened to our podcast, then you know our next trip to Disney World is in just 2 weeks, basically 2.5 weeks. And then this summer we're going to Disneyland Paris. We've got 2 more Disney World trips in the fall. We're going on a Disney cruise next year. So there's a lot of expenses and things like that coming up. And each trip is for a different purpose. So again, if you have not been a listener of the podcast and you're watching this vlog, go back to my New Year's Eve episode and you can hear all about kind of what we're doing. It's a short little mini-sode for the year for our trips. This is the most Disney trips that we have ever done in a year. But since we live there and we were annual pass holders and all of that. But yeah, I am looking forward to it. I am a little bit like, okay, we're gonna get home, go back to work for like a week and a half, 2 weeks basically, and then turn around and go to Disney World. Yeah, it's crazy, but I'm very excited. I know that's kind of what got our kids through, was like, Eiley doesn't know for sure exactly what we're doing, but it's her birthday and she wants to go to Disney. So like, she knows we're going to Disney, but I'm really excited to like tell them more about what we're doing and get to do it with our family, and it's gonna be really fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. Okay, so now that we've got all of this laundry taken care of and situated, let's get out the packing cubes and start to pack our bag and make sure that everything fits, because if not, I'm gonna be paying for a check bag, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so we pretty much got everything in here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to zip this up. I think it'll zip fine. It's not as stuffed because, like I said, I've sent some stuff back with Maddie, so that's a little cheap. Sorry if that makes your packing a little crazier, but I did get this sweatshirt for my dad. It is so cool. It just has, like, I don't know if y'all can see the velvety, like, Disneyland Haunted Mansion. I think he's gonna love it. Haunted Mansion is his absolute favorite attraction. And obviously this was a risk because it's pretty bulky and I've gotta fit it in here. I'm gonna fit it. It's gonna be obviously fine. We will fit it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that to him. His birthday was Valentine's Day, if you don't follow us on Instagram. So that fit in there. Okay, great. So the only other thing that I need to fit is this backpack. I'll put that stuff in my bag. And sadly, this bag did get dirty. I'm really sad. Like you guys can see, like the dirt here, which is a bummer. So I'm gonna have to find a way to clean it. But yeah, it is very cute. I still really love it. And I'm gonna zip it up. I don't think, let me double check if I have anything else in here. Just the show stickers, which can stay in there. Well, I'll put the show stickers in my bag. Band-aids, a hair tie, yeah, that's fine. Okay, and I'm not checking this. It's coming on as a carry-on, so I can like go into it if I need to for stuff. The only other thing that I could put in here are these rubber flip-flops, but it's raining like a ton right now outside, and I don't want to get my sneakers soaking wet before I get on the plane. So I think I'm gonna wear these rubber flip-flops while I'm in downtown Disney, which is like not the look I was going for at all, but I don't want my shoes to get wet. So I'm gonna keep them on. Let's see what will fit in this carry-on bag. Okay, so that bag is packed. Literally cut my head off in that whole other video. But yeah, I'm going to keep this out to put my flip-flops in because it's pouring rain outside. I don't want to put my tennis shoes on yet. And yeah, I think that's it. So like I was saying before, when I cut my head off, I am going to go get dressed to go to downtown Disney. I have about 40 minutes until I need to be out of the hotel room and go downstairs and call my Uber, head to Disney Springs. We're gonna go to lunch at a fun place called Din Tai Fung, which I'm really looking forward to. Maddie and I originally were supposed to go to dinner there Thursday night. I think that worked out for the best because it would have been really late and I was really tired. So he had to do his conference, like award ceremony thing. So I'm going to go do that today for lunch and then go shopping at downtown Disney. I plan to like go to all the resorts and do things. We're just gonna have to see how much it's raining, but my car service isn't picking me up back here at the hotel with my bag and stuff until 5. So I need to head back over here at like 4:30 just to like make sure I can get my bag, get in the car service and head to LAX and wait and see what happens with my flight, I suppose. I'm getting a little anxious about this whole situation. I'm trying not to be anxious. I'm a big girl. It will all be fine. It's better to do this than with the kids, like solo than with the kids, because that would be a nightmare. But anyways, it's gonna be good. The flight's gonna be good. I'm gonna land early. I'm gonna get to my other gate on time. I'm gonna get home, see my kids. All right, let's go get dressed. All right, so I'm gonna chill for a little bit and charge my phone. I have to leave here in about 25 minutes and it's very rainy out there. So I'm not looking forward to going to downtown Disney in the pouring rain. And it's like really coming down. But I don't have anything else to do. So I'm just gonna tell myself it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, I'm gonna have a good lunch. Maybe the rain will slow down for a little bit here at some point. I don't know. I feel bad for people in the parks today. We were very lucky, very, very lucky with our weather in the parks. Both times we've been to Disneyland, we've had sunny skies the whole time, and I know this can happen here in the winter. Let's head over to downtown Disney. Since it was absolutely pouring, we decided to switch up our plans and take a quick look around the Disneyland hotel instead of resort hopping. Even with the rain, it was the perfect way to soak in a little more Disney magic before heading home. One spot we have to talk about is Din Tai Fung in downtown Disney. This is definitely one of the most popular restaurants here, and for good reason. It's always in high demand, so I'd recommend making a reservation if you can, but they do take walk-ins. You just want to be ready to wait for a little bit. The menu is huge with so many options, and it was honestly very hard to choose, but I went with my classic wonton soup and the chicken fried rice. Both were so good. They also had this really delicious spicy sauce on the top that added the perfect kick, and I wish I knew the name of it, but definitely would recommend adding it on there. The restaurant itself is absolutely gorgeous, super modern, and really well designed. Overall, it was such a great experience. I would definitely come back here again. After that, I headed over to do some shopping, starting at D-Lander and the Marvel store. Made my way over to the Lego store, but unfortunately, I lost about half of my footage, so y'all won't get to see it, but I made my way through pretty much every Disney shop in the area, and of course, wrapped things up back in World of Disney. Soon after, my Black Lane car picked me right up from the hotel and I headed over to LAX to catch my flight home. But I was still so nervous about making my connection in Boston. When I landed, my next flight was literally right next to me, already boarding, so I had to hustle over to the gate and made it with just about 2 minutes to spare. Luckily, the flight ended up getting a little bit delayed, so I didn't have to stress too much or run the whole way. From there, it was smooth sailing and I made it home to RDU. Thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned. Our Walt Disney World trip vlogs are coming up next on the channel.